One of the most important things, in my opinion, of what the Jewish people in general and the state of Israel need, and indeed all of human society, especially democratic countries today, is the rebuilding of trust. So many people and ideological groups just don't trust each other. I believe that what led to October 7th in terms of inside Israel was just a lack of trust. Those who wanted to push forward the judicial reform caused so many people on the other side to feel an absolute lack of trust that they wanted to bring the house down. And people on the other side have an absolute lack of trust in what other people believe in. There are people who have absolute trust in the Supreme Court in Israel, and that's where they put their trust. Now, other people who believe that the Supreme Court and the army of the legal army is taking too much power, people who are not democratically elected. And the others who feel that those who are democratically elected, yes, demography and democracy is on their side, but also demography and democracy need not to give in to the tyranny of the majority. You need to have checks and balances. Everybody trusts the people that they do. People simply don't trust each other, not on an individual level necessarily, on a societal level. Trust is absolutely necessary, and I believe, as Stephen Covey has said, trust is the operating system of society. If we don't have any emun and trust in each other, then things happen very slowly and we get stuck in so many battles. In his book, he calls it the speed of trust. Things happen so quickly. I know recently I went for a medical checkup and a couple of things I needed to look at, and straight away I kept saying to myself, when I'm seeing the doctor, do I need a second opinion? Do I trust the person? I don't know. I'm not an expert in internal medicine. So you start thinking, how did I get to this doctor? Who referred him to me? And you start talking to all the people that you know about to establish, do you trust the person enough to believe that their analysis and their diagnosis is correct? After all, he's the expert, I'm not. But do I trust him enough and his expertise enough? Trust is everything. And I believe that is exactly what this week's parasha of Yitro, next week, Mishpatim, the giving of the Torah, is all about, the speed of trust. You see, we said, Na'aseh v'nishma, we will do and we will listen. Is that a smart thing to do? We will do and then we will listen. We don't even know what God's going to tell us. He's going to tell us things that are going to demand of us till the end of days, and we continue to suffer from until today. It's a tremendous schut, but it also comes with immeasurable responsibility. How can we accept upon ourselves things that we don't even know what we're accepting? It seems irrational. It seems very haphazard. And indeed, the Gemara Masechet Shabbat brings Ha'ut Tziduki. The Sadducee says to Rava, what type of people are you? Which rational people accepts things without even knowing what they're accepting? And the answer is the speed of trust. We trusted God. We knew that what he was going to tell us was going to be in our best interest. And how did we know that? Because this is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This is the God of Elohei Avrim. This is the God who we know about, who set us on a mission, who looked after us, who promised us we would come out of Egypt, who did miracles to bring us out. Yes, there was so much pain and suffering, but it's part of a broader story. And we had trust in his motives and intention to do the best that we can for us. When there's trust, things happen very, very quickly. When there's no trust, all the small print in the world cannot build trust. We are a society in need of trust building, and we are a Jewish people in the state of Israel in need of trust. May we all, every one of us, play our part in rebuilding trust in society, because when there is a trust, when there is emun, things happen very quickly. Indeed, it's the currency and very operating system of society. Shabbat Shalom.